Dan Carter, Dan the man, 38 years old, has decided to hang up his boots officially. Some people may not have known he still hadn't officially retired from rugby, but now he has. Dan Carter, one of the best players, some people would say the best player of all time, has officially hung up the boots. He's had quite the career, old Dan. Ups and downs. But I would say, compared to most people, he's got a fair few trophies in the cabinet. So more ups than downs, despite some pretty brutal moments. But that's a sportsman's career, I guess. Yeah, wish him all the best in his retirement. Let's go over some of this guy's records, because honestly, absolutely phenomenal career. Plays for the All Blacks, obviously. That's where the bulk of his fame comes from. He finishes as the top Test points scorer, and that's been the way since 2015 when he finished playing for the All Blacks. 112 caps for the All Blacks between 2003 and 2015. 29 tries, 293 conversions, 281 penalties, averages 14 points a game. Bloody hell, man, that's impressive. Finishes with 1,598 Test points. Next on the list is Johnny Wilkinson, a legend in his own right, on 1,246. Most highest active player thus far is Owen Farrell, 1,017. So, man, his record is going to take some breaking, especially if you consider how successful, largely, the All Blacks team he was, playing for was. They won a lot more games than they lost, and they scored a lot of tries, gave them a chance to get a lot of conversions, and anybody who plays from now on won't have the chance to kick conversions from penalty tries, so there's even another hurdle, albeit a slight one, but man, he played in some good teams, and he racked up some points, 100%. He won the World Cup 2 times. Now, if you've got a long memory like me, New Zealand fans will remember him looking pretty dejected on the sidelines of the 2007 Rugby World Cup. Very, very dejected sideline figure. That was a World Cup the All Blacks were supposed to do a lot better. It got a bit better for New Zealand generally, but not so much for Dan Carter, Dan the man. In 2011, when New Zealand do go on to win the World Cup. But remember, he gets injured really early on into that World Cup. That's the World Cup where we go down to our fourth choice, number 10. So he gets injured pretty early on. And that was at a point where New Zealand had Dan, like, best dude in the world, and then, like, very big shoes to fill. There wasn't an obvious replacement. We had a bit of a mixed bag. So heartbreaking for him, although, it's still bloody good to get a World Cup winners medal. But for him, I'm sure something felt really missing. And then he manages to get it done in the 2015 Rugby World Cup when he's starting to get on and people were starting to question him, because remember, Beauden Barrett's coming through by that point, and Aaron Cruden's there as well. So we do have some more genuine contenders for that number 10 jersey. But Dan the man is still the guy for the 2015 Rugby World Cup. He stays injury-free. He plays in the final. He kicks drop goals and penalties and whatnot. So, yeah. Really good for him, because you like to think that if you're one of the best players in Test history, you get to get that ultimate achievement, and he did that. 3 times World Player of the Year in 2015, 2012, and 2005. Remember, in 2005, when the British and Irish Lions came, Johnny Wilkinson was part of that team. It was like the clash of the two Big Tens, the new guy and the experienced guy. New Zealand were all over the British and Irish Lions in that tour. So he was really a born star by that point. He missed out on the same award in 2006 and 2008, so he was nominated 5 times, won it 3 times. Yep, very, very good Test career for that man. Bledisloe Cups, Tri-Nations, Rugby Championships. Like, what didn't he win with the All Blacks, man? He won it all, really. The Super Rugby career he had was also pretty good. If you guys didn't follow him for his domestic career over here in New Zealand, he's the top Super Rugby point scorer as well, and he'll probably be that forever, because Super Rugby in the format that where he played in, it's dead and gone. So he will be the guy pretty much forever, I would say. It's 1,708 points. Mornay Stein's the next closest on 1,449, although Mornay Stein may have been able to pass him if he'd played more years in South Africa. You never know. Bowden Barrett's on 1,264 as an active player. But, yeah, 141 caps for the Crusaders. Wins Super Rugby 3 times with the Crusaders. Probably could have been more. Yeah, very, very successful time of it down there with the Crusaders. Him and Richie. After the World Cup in 2015, remember he leaves New Zealand to go to play in France. He plays for Racing 92. I didn't really follow his career once he left. I didn't have a rugby YouTube channel at that point, so I didn't see him play for Racing 92 at all, but I know he won the top 14 in that game at the new camp, so picked up another trophy. I think he had a bit of injuries. I mean, he certainly had injuries in his time in New Zealand, but he also had some injuries while he was over in France. He went to Japan, played for the Steelers. He won the top league with them as well, so it seems like wherever he goes, he just picks up trophies, man. Top 14, Super Rugby, Rugby World Cup, Rugby Championship, Tri-Nations. Yep, he got trophies there as well. He then came to the Blues, and you could call him a Blues legend. We won't, but he came with the Blues for Super Rugby Aotearoa as a potential extra squad member. He was a bit of a mentor. Didn't end up getting any games in the Blues, but we have seen him in a Blues jersey. So that's the final jersey he wore in his career, even if he didn't play. Sign of the man is he went back and played for his local club side, where it kind of all started down in Southbridge, like amateur club rugby level. He went down and played, I think it was a game or two for them. Helped them win some club rugby competition down there, so still knows his roots. If you know his story, his dad had goalposts built in the backyard for him, so he just used to kick goals all day long. Very reminiscent of Johnny Wilkinson, if you know his career. Great player. And one of the all-round guys, right? He could run it. He got more tries than most of the guys in his position, which is partly why he racks up so many test points. He could tackle. You know, he was quick enough to kick goals like pretty bloody accurately. Just the all-round, the business player. Copped a little bit of stick over here in New Zealand because he did a bit of underwear modelling and whatnot. He was like kind of the next phase of superstar player after like John Olomu was maybe the first phase. I don't know if John Olomu was the first phase in my lifetime anyway. First phase of like that commercial superstar player. Danny? Who the hell's Danny? Daniel Carter kind of took it to that next level. So, yep, still very well liked. He's probably not quite as well liked as Richie McCaw because he did the overseas thing, did Dan, whereas Richie was like a one-club man, which maybe puts him marginally ahead of Dan in the popularity stakes. But if this guy wanted to run for politics, run for office, he would probably get in. He's going to be a pretty popular chap. Probably doesn't have to buy drinks very often when he goes to the bar because, yep, pretty well liked here in New Zealand. But yeah, Dan Carter. Shame he didn't get to play for the Blues, but overall, about as good as a career as you can have. Will go down in history, will be remembered long after any of you guys and us are watching this video, man. He's one of the greats. And, yeah, hope he enjoys his retirement. He's got a fourth kid on the way, so good luck to him. He's going to need that extra bit of energy. But, yeah. You guys let me know your thoughts on Dan Carter's career, favourite moments from him. Do you remember that banana kick? I impersonated it once in a video. Banana kick he did for the Crusaders. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Like I mentioned, the British Irish Lions tour in 2005. He was absolutely tearing it up. When that World Cup was on in 2015, he was willing that old body of his to keep going, even though he kept going for many years after. All the guys, former teammates, seemed to sing his praises pretty well as like a consummate professional. Top man. Anyway, wish him all the best. You guys take care. My neighbours are having a party, so I'm going to try and get some sleep and hopefully not have to call noise control on them. Not that much of a grumpy old man. Anyway, you guys take care. Talk to you again soon. See you later.